holiday package with Steve in the evening, going over my experience, kind of stories from my time at Lambeau Field at the game, Brett Favre ceremony, uh, NFL news of all teams, whether it's the New York Giants, Indianapolis Colts, New York Jets, and any others, and all others, obviously, on that show tomorrow. So definitely look forward to doing that, hosting that, and hopefully um, you guys watching now live or when posted or in archive um, can check that out as well, because I'm sure there's many NFL fans and WWE fans, um, just like there's many cross fans of NFL and fans of TV shows or whatever. I don't know, but either way, definitely that is what's going to be coming up tomorrow night for the NFL show. But as for here and for WWE Podcast, Steve's Wrestling Ramble, and this show, we're going to be talking about Raw. I wanted to first talk about just the overall feeling of WWE, at least expressed by many others um, in the YouTube community that talk WWE. Some that I've talked to, one that I've actually recently, well, communicated with um, in ways that they're not so keen or enjoying what the product is right now. They think that things should be much more improved. They feel, and others feel, that um, the booking of the shows, the matches, not utilizing superstar, all that other stuff is a not just a bad thing, but just making WWE look terrible. And that Raw was like one of the worst Raws ever. Like I know I heard that being thrown around a couple of times while watching Raw reviews, either the night of on Monday or others, and I respect their opinion. And to to a bit of an extent, I guess I agree. I don't go all the way overboard on thinking that. Um, just like if I was a Philadelphia Eagle fan, I wouldn't be going all the way overboard with thinking that the Philadelphia Eagles need to fire Chip Kelly as of yesterday. I don't go to those extremes when dealing with my sports teams, with professional wrestling, with anything. I try to look at a glass half full, then a half empty. With my positiveness, being positive and happy go lucky, I guess, in that way. Whether that might be, some people saying, looking blindly and not. I mean, I see the problems. I know, and just like the others have said in their own reviews, like JD from NY206, his channel, Joe Corn's show, um, and his channel, saying those things, and others, and many more, obviously, less popular than those two. And like I said, I respect their opinion and I agree to an extent, but I don't know if I personally, in my opinion, would go that far in saying that A, the WWE is trying or Vince McMahon is trying to sabotage his own company and getting them off USA Network to go to their own network. And B, I want to go to the extreme and say that Monday Night Raw of last night was the worst Raw ever. Because I'm sure if you really look hard and do really hard research, as I'm sure they do and others, and I'm sure they would find another Raw that was much worse. Like let's just think of ones in my NLA Raw GM times, or the Raws or the Raws on the shows of WWE before. Excuse me, apologize for that. But before the Attitude Era began, it wasn't perfect then either. Actually, to be quite honest, it's almost the way of now. Kind of with the storylines that they have then, the characters, and and those kind of problems. And then the Attitude Era, because we had competition for WCW, and we needed to step up our game, or WWE needed to step up their game, and then we got all that stuff with the Attitude Era, the best era in WWE history, in my opinion. And obviously that is subjective, because it's it's a generational view. If you're 80s kid, you're gonna think the Hogan era, the 90s kid, and then so on and so forth. Um, but I just think that with them having that competition, having WCW, especially with WCW kicking their butts, beating them in the Monday Night Wars in the beginning there, um, for I believe it was 53, 54, 84, whatever number it was, weeks in a row in the ratings, that they had to change things. They had to do something that maybe Vince McMahon did not want to do, but he knew it was best for business for his company to do so. If they wanted to survive, if they wanted to win that war with WCW. So we got the Attitude Era, best era ever. Now it's 2015, and we have even even more so, in my opinion, a better, at least in volume, a better roster. A better roster where we have more talent, more availability of using those talents and having them flourish and actually having a great product. Because with the vast talent that we have from NXT, main roster, ones that are still training in at the performance center, ones that I never even heard of, but from hearing some of their stories on Breaking Ground and other mediums in other ways, that their character and them and their true selves seem very cool to me. So you have all this talent and potential talent that you can be using right and can be using to build up your product. And that's where one of the issues came from, needing to build what we have, um, especially with the rosters with the roster on the main roster, superstars there, mid carders, trying to establish the future of WWE. I mean, I know WWE fans are not the most patient people in the world, but I just think you got to give it time. Now, if things don't change after a while or whatever, then fine. Maybe you're right, but I just like Six said, I see it more long term. I see it more glass half full than half empty with the WWE product and the situation as it is currently right now. Monday Night Raw I thought was actually all right. It wasn't the best ever, certainly, but it also certainly wasn't the worst ever. It certainly was not the worst ever. I mean, that opening segment, you have the New Day. I mean, maybe WWE's trimming New Day down our throat a little bit too much, showing them as much as they did on Raw and on Raws previously. But hey, New Day are over. People like them, enjoy them, then try to use them as much, especially when you have them in the beginning segment and the ending segment of your show. That's fine. I don't have any issue with that, and it was actually pretty good. Little interaction. They're a little different than having just the authority there, introducing Sheamus and everything that happened and what happened with that promo in that segment. Then people want to say they want something different. They get something different. You gotta take it. You gotta take it in steps. Take it in strides. Improvements. Gradually happen over time. Not all in one night, and not all in one pay-per-view either. Whether it's TLC coming up or when we get to Royal Rumble or even WrestleMania. It's nice to see Tommy Dreamer make a return. That was a good moment at least. Whether it's just nostalgic reasoning, it still was pretty good. Good time to try to do that with the ratings be what they were last week. Lana returning back with Rusev in that segment with The Miz on Miz TV. That was pretty good interaction. And it seems like they got lucky in where they're going here with these Raws, as in locations with pro Roman Reigns areas. Because they want to try to gain this sympathy for Roman Reigns so that when he has his moment, whether it's TLC or whether it's WrestleMania, then the crowd will be behind him 100%. But that's not to be seen. And just because everybody thinks or everybody can see the end game, from this far away already, doesn't mean that when that moment happens, it's not going to be it's not going to be a good thing. I think it will. I think Roman Reigns being the champion, whether he is the one to break this CM Punk's record of longest title reign or what have you, I think that'll be fine. Sasha Banks was on Raw, for all the fans out there, like Sasha Banks, there you go. I know you're saying you want more of that, but again, you gotta start somewhere. Really with anything, you gotta have a starting point to have an end point. But when they had or when that match was made for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, Sheamus versus Roman Reigns on Raw with all the stipulations and everything, I kind of had a feeling maybe, just maybe, Roman Reigns would actually get the win there. Then they have the rematch at excuse me, at TLC, and then Roman Reigns can move on from there and have the plan, however the plan is for WrestleMania. Is maybe you have Roman Reigns be the champion and try to get to Cena at WrestleMania for Cena to have his moment tying Ric Flair in the record. I don't know. That could be that way if they really wanted to. Whether he would have won on Raw or winning at TLC, it could have been the plan. Who knows? But with Ross, like I said, with Raw specifically, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad because it did have its highlights and its moments. It's time to shine. Now I could go into detail on what those things were, but me with my straight to the point, moving on kind of thinking, at least I don't plan to, at least for this episode, for going over Raw. But trust me, like I said, if you're an NFL fan, trust me, you're gonna want to watch tomorrow night, my NFL show. I have a lot of stuff already on notes on my phone, but notes of things I want to talk about there. WB here on Steve's Wrestling Ramble, a little bit different, less things on those notes on my phone or on a piece of paper or whatever. However, because WB does have things to fix, but WB also, in trying to fix those things, don't break the things that are okay, as in don't make things worse by the good things that you have on Raw or have in your roster or have in general are doing right, just because you're trying to overhaul everything and change everything because of these other issues and flaws being brought up by fans, podcast hosts, and others, that then those are wrong, and then making it even worse, and then you have another issue on your hands. But we'll see what happens moving forward. And don't mind my blanket there and behind me. But anyways, we'll see how things go. This road to TLC, then road to WrestleMania. You just have to, I guess, have faith that WWE can do right, especially after TLC. They're not going to put anything with their best effort for a Royal Rumble, or at least for Fastlane in a way, and then WrestleMania. So around this time, it's going to be the time that things are step up, things are better, and WWE really shows what they can do with the roster, with storylines, with all those stuff. At least I think I want to. Like I said, I want to still keep it positive. That's what I like to have here on my own shows. But like I said, I did bring up some of those issues that they're having, but keep it positive. Things turn around. Get the road to WrestleMania, Royal Rumble. That's a great time of year with me and many others doing Royal Rumble pools and enjoying that, finding out who special entrants are, or returns, and as in surprise entrants and all that other stuff, and that's fun, and who wins, and building from there. And then Fastlane, kind of the in between. You can call it like the pay-per-view, the calm before the storm of WrestleMania. You have an okay pay-per-view with Fastlane, and then you really show it right there with WrestleMania 32 there in Dallas, especially the one coming up here in Dallas, wanting to break the attendance record. They're going to put the best their best out there and try to have the best card that they can make from top to bottom to be able to get that to get that. But plus, I'm really not in the mood to go on any rants about WWE and about situations just because, what would that really do except for, maybe get me views, maybe whatever, but my heart really wouldn't be into it because, like I said, I'm not that type of person. I mean, I try to show more of myself a little more when I'm on main event marks every Thursday night here on YouTube, youtube.com/main event marks, every Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. But here on my own show, especially here when I'm by myself, um, it's business. It's serious. Yeah, it might seem too serious with my slow talking monotone voice, just talking about things and transitioning, but that's what it is. But when I have people on here, whether it was Cologne in the past or Cooter, the host of Main Event Marks, or anybody else, whether it was in the past, Jay from Talking WWE with Jay and other people that I used to know, from the past that used to come on my shows, even back when it was on Blog Talk Radio. Then things, might get a little more lively and interesting, and that's fine because anybody like to express their opinions differently, stronger, more enthusiasm, and that's fine. I'm not going to stop them. I'm not going to make them change because they're on my show. That's their personality. That's their personality. They're going to show it. They're going to show it. I have no issue with that because I respect them because I know them a little bit. I don't know them obviously 100%, but I think I know them enough that I know that for them, to share their opinion, they either have to or want to, want to do that first, and do it the way that they do it. That's why I appreciate when they do join and stuff like that when they're able to join a podcast episode here or on my NFL one. Because I like that change of pace. But like I said, when it's just me and you, me and my audience, it's almost like buttoned up. Like if if I was wearing a three-piece suit right now, even though obviously I'm not, but if I was, I'm kind of treating it that way. If I'm dressed to the nines and I'm on P's and Q's and not swearing, and that's just me in general. I'm trying not to swear, but I don't know. Just wanted to share a little bit of that too because I know I've gotten some tweets and messages and stuff about that from potential subscribers and others. But I still want the channel to grow, still want the shows to grow, and hopefully with WWE getting better, Raw getting better, I'll have more to talk about, more specifics with Raw and actual reviews. And then, just like how the NFL is with my NFL show tomorrow night, which is going to be awesome. I'm already looking forward to it. I wish I could do the episode tonight, but I have to wait till tomorrow. There's going to be a lot of good topics I'm going to talk about. But as it goes with here and with Raw, hold on. No, never mind. Though Monday Night Raw, not much else to say, not really much else to talk about. Things have to change. W has to get stuff straightened out. And hopefully that will indeed happen. So thank you to everybody that has watched Steve's Wrestling Ramble. I'll be watching later on. I greatly appreciate it. Welcome to leave a thumbs up for support of this channel, or just whatever. Leave a comment. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Have a great evening. I'll be back on tomorrow to talk some NFL. I got a lot to talk about tomorrow. A lot of stuff went down in week 12. And then obviously my predictions for week 13. And maybe I'll be showing some videos and stuff. And then obviously I'll give my, maybe in the beginning I'll give my stories and experience from the Thanksgiving Day game I was at, Bears versus Packers. So hopefully you guys and gals and whoever can join me there. So have a good evening. And as always, take care.